When you're just starting out in Muay Thai, level 1 is all about building a strong foundation. It's less about flashy moves and more about understanding the why behind everything. Because trust me, if your basics are strong, everything else will follow. So let's break it down step by step. First, let's talk about the Muay Thai stance. This is your home base. In Muay Thai, the stance is generally squared, which means your shoulders and hips face forward rather than turning sideways like in boxing or karate. Why? Because in Muay Thai, you're not just punching, you're kicking, kneeing, elbowing, clinching. You need to be able to use all 8 weapons from both sides. The power side, usually your dominant hand and leg, is kept in the rear, ready to deliver stronger strikes, while your lead side sets up the action. But like everything, there are pros and cons. The squared stance gives you balance, mobility, and access to all your weapons. You can check kicks, throw teeps, and strike from both sides easily. However, it does expose more of your torso compared to a bladed stance, and it can be slightly slower when it comes to lateral movement. So, awareness and defense are key. Speaking of movement, let's get into footwork. Good Muay Thai starts with being able to move efficiently. You should be able to go forward, backward, and also laterally, left and right, without losing your balance or form. Your feet should glide, not bounce too much. Always return to your stance after each move. The idea is to stay rooted and mobile at the same time. Think of yourself as water, fluid, but with power when needed. Now let's get into some strikes. We start with the most fundamental straight punches. The first is the jab, quick, snappy, and from your lead hand. This punch is your measuring stick. You use it to set distance, to distract, to probe. It doesn't need to knock anyone out. It just needs to interrupt. It's also the strike that builds your rhythm and timing. Then comes the cross, your rear hand straight punch. This one carries power. Your whole body rotates into it. Hips, shoulders, even your back foot pivots. It's not just an arm punch. The cross teaches you how to generate force from the ground up. Just like punches, you also have straight kicks, starting with the front teep. Teep is like your push kick. The lead teep is snappy and fast, great for keeping your opponent away or disrupting their rhythm. The rear teep is heavier, more powerful, and can even knock someone off balance. Teeps are like your jab, but with your legs, they're essential in controlling space. But every strike must be backed up by solid defense. For punches, you'll learn to slip, which means slightly moving your head off the center line, just enough to avoid the strike, not so much that you lose your stance. Then there's blocking, where you use your guard to absorb straight punches without taking full damage. Simple, effective. You'll also learn to parry, redirecting the punch away using your hand like guiding traffic. This not only defends you but creates openings for counters. For straight kicks like teeps, there are also defensive tools. You can parry the teep with your lead hand or forearm, redirecting it off to the side. Or you can use a sidestep to avoid the kick altogether, which puts you in a great position to counter. The key is to stay calm and react without panic. Defense is as much about mindset as technique. Now let's bring some of this together with combinations. The first combo you'll learn is number 1, double jab. Simple but super effective. You use the first jab to check range and the second to land or set up something bigger. It also teaches you how to recover quickly between strikes. Then there's number 2, jab cross. Classic. Timeless. This combo trains you to flow from speed to power, from lead to rear, from setup to damage. It also reinforces movement, body rotation, and balance. Finally, there's the theory part. And honestly, this is just as important as the physical training. Let's talk about the pros and cons of the Muay Thai stance. We already covered some, but to go deeper, it gives you offensive variety and solid defense, especially against kicks. But it might feel a bit stiff or open when you're used to boxing or side stance styles. You've got to adjust your rhythm and understand the trade-off: more weapons, but more to defend. What about straight strikes, punches, and teeps? The pro is that they're fast, efficient, and create space. Great for controlling the fight, maintaining distance, and setting up angles. The con is they're easy to read if you become predictable. And they don't always have knockout power, unless they're timed perfectly. So, you have to layer them with feints, angles, and combos to stay effective. All in all, level 1 isn't just about learning techniques. It's about learning yourself, how you move, how you react, how you handle pressure. It's your entry point into a deeper martial art that's more than just fighting. It's about balance, discipline, and growth. So stay patient, keep showing up, keep refining the basics. Because the better your foundation, the higher you can build. This is where your journey begins, not just in Muay Thai, but in mastering your own mind, body, and